You're listening to Allman in the Morning. Common Sense Radio.
All right, so I am going to be giving away Trans-Siberian Orchestra tickets at 8:20. I'm not giving them away right now. At 8:20, before I head into the new break at 8:20, I'm giving those away, the Trans-Siberian Orchestra tickets. Because right now I want to give away a couple of coloring books, okay? So I'm giving away two President Donald Trump coloring books.
Awesome. To
the 5th and 6th caller, 969-9797, 866-455-9797. And then, and Pippi will decide this one because you have to call in because I'm also giving away a the President Hillary Clinton coloring book. Congratulations, America, our first woman president. This was put together in the chance that she was going to win.
Collector's
and
item.
Wayne Bell is with me from coloringbook.com. And it's got a disclaimer on there that she was not elected, but it's still a little collector's item. So, to the first caller who says they want the Hillary Clinton one, great. But the other ones, they've got the two President Donald Trump coloring books for you that we'll give away.
Very factual, very accurate. They're all very nice.
Well, I know. And you know
They
what?
do. They look great.
They do look
They
great.
are.
And he does all the political stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got one, It's Okay to Be Gay.
Absolutely.
Which
It's
is
totally okay to be gay.
You know, so you know, he's ecumenical. It's amazing. So listen, hang loose for a second, okay? I've got to talk to Kennedy. You know who Kennedy is, right?
Yes.
Oh, you better know who Kennedy is because at Kennedy Nation, welcome with open arms. She has her own nation. That's Kennedy. She's the president of Kennedy Nation. Hi, Kennedy Nation.
And it's a wonderful nation. Welcome to the system.
No doubt about it. Well, first of all,
You don't even need a passport or clothing.
right on. Now, you actually talked to Jill Stein, right?
Yeah, I interviewed her a bunch
Yeah.
in the run-up to the election, and then I talked to her on Monday night. I was basically like, what are you doing? And she didn't have a great answer. And, you know, this whole thing, and now there's a suit that's been filed claiming that Hillary Clinton is really the one behind this whole recount effort, which is what I thought all along. The thing is so confusing because Jill Stein has been one of the most vocal opponents of Hillary Clinton, and that said a bunch of times that she's more fearful of a Clinton presidency than a Trump presidency. So why is she pushing for a recount only in the 3 states that, if they in fact flip, would give Hillary the White House? What does she gain from this?
Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, what do you think she gains from it? Nothing?
I think she gains money, access to an organization. I think she's being used as a pawn. I think she's being promised something. You know, it's really curious kind of how Bernie flipped and, you know, got a fancy third home and on Lake Champlain and,
yeah.
You know, and who knows what the connection there is. Maybe he's just a really good saver. But I do think that Hillary Clinton and her campaign couldn't be the ones who came out and asked for the recount outright because they look like total hypocrites.
Absolutely.
Because she was the one who lambasted Donald Trump saying, you know, our process has worked for 240 years. We have free and fair elections. We have to accept the outcome. And, you know, we're not talking about a couple of hundred votes. We're talking about 70,000 votes in Pennsylvania and 11,000 votes in Michigan. And what is it, 22,000, something like that in Wisconsin. And, you know, this is not just a handful. And the chances of that many thousands of votes being overturned are just very, very slim.
Right.
And, you know, what they're saying is what Donald Trump was saying all along, that, you know, if there are these massive systemic flaws, then it has to be fixed. I'm not one of those people who believes in all these conspiracies and thinks that there's this widespread voter fraud. And I don't like it when the losing side all of a sudden takes that convenient narrative.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you. I mean, maybe there's a place for her in the Democratic Party because they're collecting all the great people. They've got Elizabeth Warren now. They've got Keith Ellison. Nancy Pelosi's just been revitalized as the minority leader. So, you know, I mean, they've really put together quite a crew there on the Democratic Party side.
Yeah, Nancy Pelosi, who's transfused daily with the blood of unborn children. I'm kidding about that. I don't even think that's true.
Well, but who cares about the truth? I mean, Elizabeth Warren doesn't because she just went after Steve Bannon. I mean, Anderson Cooper had to step in and defend Steve Bannon for crying out loud. So, I mean, these guys are nuts. By the way, do you ever watch Fixer Upper?
No.
Okay, well, have you heard about Chip and Joanne Gaines? They have a show called Fixer Upper on HGTV. And BuzzFeed and these guys are trying to troll them now because they belong to a church that states on its website that it believes that marriage is between a man and a woman. So suddenly, all of the social justice warriors.
So does every church.
I mean, that's why I would assume, yes. But they've never even.
And you know what? You don't have to agree completely with every single element or every statement or every aspect of doctrine in your church.
Right.
That's okay. It's part of the rational capacity that God gave us.
Well, I said the same thing because I'm a Catholic, but I have other issues that I have other things I believe in. I have no problem with gay marriage, even though the Catholic Church does. So, I mean, it's one of those things where you're just kind of like, well, okay. But they've never even chimed in on the matter. They've never even said anything about gays or whatever. And I think they fixed up a house for a lesbian couple, but they're still being chased after by these guys who are just out there calling everybody a racist, everybody a bigot, everybody intolerant. It's like, wow, it didn't work for them on November 8th. It's not going to work for them on December 1st.
I know, but you know what? This is what happens when everything on the internet is free. There's so much competition for ad revenue that it forces people to be trolls. And that's what they do. And that's, there was an article on NPR about a Hillary supporter creating fake news to troll the alt-right. And the guy makes $30,000 a month. And, the point is, like, for him, it's about the money. Like, don't claim to have these high and mighty values, but that's what happens. Like, it all ends up being clickbait. And then, it's like, that's all BuzzFeed is doing is just trying to get people to click on that story so they can make some money because no one's come up with a successful business model for free media.
Kennedy Nation. Kennedy, great show. Love it when you're on Outnumbered too. And we just so appreciate you on Fox News and Fox Business Network. You do a great job. And we'll be watching tonight.
You guys are the best. And I want to thank you because we had our biggest ratings month ever last month. And your listeners are so supportive and amazing. I see him on Twitter all the time. So thank you for everything, Jamie. I really appreciate it.
All right. Well, you're very welcome. I'm very proud to have you on the show, and I'm so glad my people love you, and I know they do. So, Kennedy, thanks so much.
Thanks, baby.
All right. It's Common Sense Radio.